We've had this continued discussion about why Donald Trump won't release his taxes. The speculation has been pretty straightforward. There's got to be something really bad in there. Either Donald Trump is not nearly as rich as he claims to be, and that would be damaging in terms of the optics as the 10 billionaire candidate. He maybe has not donated as much to charity as he claims to have donated. Maybe he has not been paying federal taxes, as we know, at least during some years, decades ago, he didn't do. He may have ties to Russia. Hillary Clinton did a pretty good job in that first debate earlier this week in pointing out some of these possibilities. There's something really, really interesting, though, that we've now learned, which is Donald Trump is not always against releasing tax returns. The Associated Press, the AP, has pointed out that Donald Trump, in the past, when there was profit to be made through some casino dealings, did actually release his tax returns. Pennsylvania gaming regulators were given at least 5 years worth and 8 boxes full of Donald Trump tax documents. Nevada, Michigan, Missouri, and Indiana had access to multiple years of Donald Trump tax returns. And there were also large banks which loaned money to Donald Trump, which over the years received Donald Trump's tax returns. He had to do that in order to do business in their states. Now all we're trying to do is see if it's okay for Trump to be the most powerful person in the world. Pales in comparison to building a casino in Michigan, doesn't it? No, not really. What is abundantly clear here, and I have felt this for the entire race, Donald Trump probably never wanted to and probably still doesn't really want to be president of the United States. And this pushes me in that same direction. If you don't release your tax returns in accordance with modern presidential custom for 40 years, knowing that it is causing your campaign damage, knowing that a majority of Americans want to see those tax returns, many polls have told us this. If you still choose not to release the tax returns then, but you release them to inquire about doing casino business in Michigan or Pennsylvania or whatever states it was, that to me says you care way more about the possibility of a casino in Michigan than you do about being president of the United States. And the conclusion that I have to draw from this is that it is more important to Donald Trump to protect whatever is in those tax returns, to protect business interests that are related to past releases of tax returns, than it is to be upfront and open and honest with the American people. There must be something really damaging in those tax returns. I can't think of anything else that would make someone take this position. There's this story Howard Stern, the radio host, once ran for governor of New York as a libertarian. And I believe he actually was formally nominated as the libertarian candidate at the Libertarian Party Convention of New York. There's more details to the story. I'm sure you can look it up. And he really wasn't doing badly. He could have at least stood a shot at becoming governor of New York. It wasn't going to be an easy race, but he had a shot. And at a certain point, he was told, well, okay, now you have to release your personal finances, your taxes and your personal finances. And he said, I don't want this badly enough, and I'm not doing that, and I have no interest in making my financial dealings public. This sort of started as a goof, although I think maybe I could win, and I think to this day he still says he could have won. I'm a radio host in the end, and I'm not releasing my tax returns. And he was super upfront about it. And whether it was about something damaging or not, we'll never know. It probably would have revealed that he was a very, very wealthy man, which we now know that he is. What about Donald Trump, who has gotten way further, right? This was Howard Stern being early in a gubernatorial race, a third-party nominee. Donald Trump is polling close to 50% after becoming the Republican nominee for the presidency of the United States. And he's still not willing to release those tax returns. Big picture, Trump's casinos are more important to him than being president. That should concern voters. It certainly concerns me.